life. Oh yeah!
I'm a little bit late to the party talking about this as Christmas has tied me up, and then yesterday I was spending all day working on the first annual end of the year awards special. Be on the lookout for that one. It should drop tonight or early to midday tomorrow. But I want to get a quick video out in the meantime to cover Chris Jericho's childish rant on X. In fact, let's go ahead and put it up on the screen, shall we? Now, I think this all started with a smarmy tweet from Jericho that he didn't sign any NDAs in the brawl out fiasco between CM Punk, Ace Steel, and the Elite as a witness, yada yada yada, right? Popular attorney amongst the pro wrestling community, and apparently CM Punk and Ace Steel's attorney in their court case against AEW, which I also haven't covered that whole deal on the channel either, but Stephen P. New. I'm sure you've heard his commercials many times. If you're a Jim Cornette listener, he represents CM Punk and Ace Steel. Yes, this is real life, and it's pretty hilarious and awesome, if you ask me. Stephen New sent out a tweet replying to Jericho's that it's in his employee handbook, unless he has a special one, and that they can figure it out. Well, how long ago was it we were discussing how Chris Jericho's boss just had a Twitter outburst on someone and even resorted to name calling, just like Jericho will do here? I mean, what was it, a week ago, right? That Tony Khan was getting into it with Disco Inferno unneedingly, unprofessionally, and calling names. And Jericho's going to do it here. Do you guys see the influence this maniac Tony Khan is having on his employees? Anyways, let's read what Chris Jericho had to say when Steve New brought up his employee handbook and subsequent NDA. Hey, Stephen P. New, I don't adhere to an employee handbook and have never had one in 4 years of working for AEW. I've also never signed an NDA in my life. Ever. So stop trying to be a bully and making egotistical fantasy brags for your clients, and start doing some research before you make blanket statements about your buddies. Because I saw everything that night, including how Lucy and her husband and best buddy acted, and what really went down. And since I was in the room and watching her and everybody else the whole time, I know exactly what happened. And considering you weren't there and I was, maybe you should shut your mark ass up. What a burn to a mega successful attorney who is a supportive fan of pro wrestling. Way to go, bud. Making it more and more obvious why people just love you these days. He ends his tweet with, "Because what really went down was disgusting." Oh, how dramatic, Chris. You're really selling it, man. Listen, I don't have to say it, guys. None of that was needed from Chris. Just like all of these tweets from Tony Khan have not been needed. And now Stephen P. New, and rightfully so, is using this as leverage against Chris Jericho and All Elite Wrestling. Ha! AEW is continuing to implode as the clock ticks down on 2023. Is it ticking down on All Elite Wrestling as well?